A very good morning to you. I hope everybody is well. I almost forgot today I am doing a live. It was I think we woke up just after 8 o'clock, and I was just like, laying in bed and thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do this today and I'm going to do that today. And Simon said to me, oh wait, are you doing a Facebook live today? I was like, oh yeah. So there we go. Right, today we are going to continue a little bit from last year. So what I decided to do with Creation Station, I moved. It was on my YouTube account because I really wanted to do it. Something about me, what I like to do, what I am interested in, making all sorts of different bits of pieces. And I decided to move it back to Totally Beads so I can be here with you on Saturday morning and sort of give you 7 days of lives. We're trying to do it for as long as we can under the lockdown. So we're here for you. And I'm going to continue on these coasters. I was supposed to do a couple more over Christmas, but I just didn't get the time. We had some really nice time off with the family, and as you know, like you sort of forget about that, forget about things. So we are back now, and we're gonna be doing these lovely little coasters. Now I've been talking to Sarah, and obviously Sarah is our resin pouring queen. She knows so much about resin. Now she's trying to get us a discount code for next week. So next week we're gonna be pouring these into, I got the shapes already, but next week I'm gonna gather you all the information what you need. I'm gonna get you the links for these as well. Sarah is trying to get us a discount code for the resin, and we're gonna put everything together. So today we're gonna be concentrating how to make these GemDuo little coasters. I love having something in the home which is different from the normal. So with beading and jewelry making, I always say you only got one neck, you got two wrists, and you got two ears where you can put jewelry in. But doing little things around the house, like a beaded coaster, or like, we did the candle holders or the Christmas trees, it just really makes your home that little bit more interesting, that little bit more unique, because you can't get these anywhere else. You have to make them. Right, I'm quickly just gonna say hello, then I'm gonna turn you down, and then we're gonna get started making. I hope everybody had a lovely week, and Sarah's bracelet, bless you, they looked amazing. I have to have a go at it at some point. Good morning, Camille, Edward, Alicia, Debbie, Rachel, Lisa, Amelia, Jen from Western Supermare. It's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you, Jen. I hope you have a wonderful day. Morning, Joe, Paula, and Joe, another Joe, Joe Trick. So don't forget, Joe Trick is going to be with us tomorrow. We're going to have our community Sunday, and she's going to be showing off all her goodies, what she's been making. She loves miracle beads. I love miracle beads. So I'm thinking we're going to have a very wonderful hour just sort of chatting tomorrow morning. Good morning, Francis, Victoria, Betty, Brenda, Jean. Brenda's saying another cold one. Definitely wise to stay at home and beat. So Brenda is probably about 5 miles away from me. She's quite close. Yes, it is freezing outside. The car is all frosty and everything else, but it is, as you can see the sun on my face at the moment, that it's really, really sunny. So I think I'm going to brave it after the live. I'm going to wrap up really warm, probably put like double tights on and another thermal trousers, and I'm going to go for a walk. Because I just love the sunshine. I think it just makes you happier when the sun is shining, like everything is nice and bright. Good morning, Jean, Karen. Jean is saying, oh, Kitty, hope you are feeling much better. No, so yet. No, we got no snow. I don't think we're going to get any at all now. So I might have to dive into the freezer and scrape the side of it. And that's what Simon suggested to me the other day. Then maybe I just go to we got like a big chest of Joe freezer, and it always gets frosty on the sort of the side of it. Just go to the freezer and scrape the ice. I was like, well, it's not really the same, but never mind. Yeah, Brenda's saying, think we've almost given up here in Clacton of getting any snow. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any snow, but we'll see. Good morning, Sue, Terry, Bella. Oh, Sue's saying cloudy and cold here in North Devon. Good morning, Annie. We'll send you some sunshine. Good morning, Alison. Ruth. Ruth is watching from, I just want to point out, I'm reading out all the comments right now, but Ruth is watching, she's watching from YouTube. So there is two ways you can watch us. You can either watch it from YouTube or you can watch it from Facebook as well. I will try to push more and more comments because I can push them to so you can all see it. And then so wherever you're watching from, I will include you as much as I can in our little production here. Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Dee. Good morning, Asha. Asha is on YouTube as well. Good morning, Camille. Diane. Oh, foggy in Swindon, outside Manchester. Good morning, Jitty, Katerina, Bernie, Carol, Julie. Good morning, Gemma, Adelina, and oh, there's so many of you lovelies are here this morning. Right, I'm really sorry if I haven't read your name out right, but we're gonna have to get started because this is gonna probably take us an hour to make this. Oh, Bernie's saying, I'm going to brave in the beach. It will be fab. Yes, I'm going to brave it as well. So I might see you down there. Bernie's, again, about 2-3 miles from me, so not that far. So you might even end up on the same segment of the beach. So I'll see you later, lovely. Joy's saying, I'm staying in and staying warm. Better to do my nails before tomorrow. Oh, bless you, but you are the perfect person to do your nails because you do. I seen Jo. Remember, she put pictures on. She even like drawn all sorts of little stuffs on the nails. She is just amazing. Right. Okay. So let's get started. I'm gonna turn you down, and then we are going to get started. Right. So I got quite a few colors of GemDuos here. You can do as much or as little as you like. Let's just zoom in a little bit so we get rid of that back line. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add myself. No, I don't want half and half. That's exactly what I want in here. Or shall I go to the top? I'll go to the top, so I'm out of the way. Here. Right, okay, so I got... Now, depending, you don't have to do. So let's look at this. This is my mold. This is where I'm gonna, because Sydney's here in it already. So I always keep the molds in a bag if you don't use them, especially if you got pets. So when you get your mold, now you don't have to fill the mold up all the way. Let's just get these out of the way and I'll put this in. So you don't have to fill your mold up all the way. You can just do a partial one. So this one is a little bit smaller, and if when we pour this one in, I'm going to have more of either a clear the resin around the side of it, or it's going to be we can perhaps put some other bits of pieces, maybe just a few loose beads or something to decorate sort of the outer edge of it. And then I made this one, and this one is much bigger. So this one is going almost all the way to the edge, but I could not get another row in, so I was planning to get 10 rows, and that lighter color was going to be my 10th row on the outer edge, but I'm not going to get another one in because that's going to sort of come to right to the edge of the resin, and you want a nice sealing on the side of it. Right, so there is so many different patterns you can do with this, because I started here. This is like, you know, I started with the black and then hematite, and this is the sort of the, what's the name of this color? This is so nice. So this is crystal bronze gunmetal, and then we had the silver. Then I had, this is one of my favorite color. This is Sooted Gold Cloud Dream. This is gold. And then we have metallic Soot Gold. Then we had dark green, metallic Soot dark green. Then we had metallic Soot light green. Then the blue is called indigo violet. So I blended the colors together. Now this is the sort of colors what's in my lounge now, because we changed the lounge last year, and I really just wanted to make something, but you don't have to put this many colors. You can do all sorts of different blendings. So today let's try to blend the colors differently, and you could use two colors for the same. You can use one color for 2 rows, and you could use sort of make cheese wedges. So let me know which one would you like to do, and I'm going to show you that pattern. I'm also going to make up a little just an A4 sheet with the pattern. I just didn't get to the computer in time to sort of draw it all out, but I'm going to draw it all out in Illustrator. So what's going to happen is you're going to have the shapes like drawn out, and then you can color in exactly how you want to make the pattern, because you could use loads of cheese wedges. Diane is saying, let me just Diane is saying cheese wedges. March saying good morning. Kitty all in the chat. Mina saying good morning. Lucy's saying look great. Oh, Betty's saying cheese wedges as well. So if you do cheese wedges, we're gonna need 6 colors. Paula is saying wedge as well. So if you did 2 colors together, I think that would look quite nice as well. But let's do a cheese. Either one you choose today, I'm gonna do the other one. But then we could do like row by row. You could do shade it so many different ways. But I'm gonna do the empty template for you, and then you will be able to make your own variations. So if you're only gonna do 6 colors, because my line, I really want to use these 3 colors in it definitely, then we need to choose another 3 colors. So I definitely want to use these blues, because that's sort of the color of my wall. And let's put this green in as well, because I just like that green. And then we need to choose another 3 colors, because the other 3 of them is going to be a different shade. Shall we stay with the golds? I reckon like those sort of colors should stay together, or we stay with the grays. So shall we stay with the golds in the lineup, or shall we stay with the grays? Which one do you think is gonna look better? Camille is saying she would like cheesy as well. So let me know. Gold tones or grey tones. Our carpet is sort of a grey browny tone. So either one of those would go with it. Jeannie's saying gold. Asher is saying gold. Joe saying grey. Paula is saying gold. Anne saying gold. I think we've got March saying grey. Ruth saying gold. Margaret saying gold. I think the gold is winning. Betty's saying gold. So shall we? Let's do the gold. Right. So I'm gonna pop these to the side. So when we did row by row, I started off with one color and just picked that color up, and then moved up to the next row, picked that color up, moved up to next row, and picked that color up. So when I was doing this, I always had one color out on my mat, so I never mixed up, and once I finished one row, I put the color away and got the next mat. But because you're gonna do the cheese wedges, we're gonna need all colors on the mat at all times. So let's see. I am actually gonna turn these 2 around. So we're going sort of a lighter shade to a light, yeah, maybe darker shade to a lighter shade, and then it sort of goes around and round and round. So that will be next to that one. I think that's gonna look like. Sometimes just moving your colors around, it makes a lot of difference in your design. So just by adjusting the colors, how they come after each other, can make a lot of difference. Let me just shut that window, because I had the window open just to sort of air the room out, but I can hear the cars going outside. Right, let's get started. So I'm gonna put my colors out into little 2 piles. just so I got all of them available in front of me. So you're gonna need 44 GemDuos of each color if you're gonna go all the way. I mean, you don't really have to do the last row. You could get away not doing that last row and just have it a little bit shorter. I think that would look quite nice as well. And in that case, you would need 35 GemDuos. Now, if you didn't go all the way and added that last row in, then one bag of GemDuo will, so 6 bags of GemDuos will do you 2 coasters. And the last color, I love this bluey color. Metallic, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Quetzal green, metallic quetzal green it's called, but it's actually more blue. It's more like a turquoisey blue color. Very, very lovely color. Right, thread, I'm going to use Supalon size D. Now you could be using any sort of your normal thread you like. If you like Fireline, use that one. Just the thread doesn't really have that much of a function here, because all we need the thread for just to hold the beads together until we pour it into the resin. So it doesn't have to be, if you only got double eye at home, you could get away with that one as well, or anything. Right, I'm gonna take quite a bit, so a couple of arm spans, because we obviously going around in circles here, but each one of those circles be going out and out, is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and taking more thread. Just pop this on the side. Right, we're ready to go. So because we're gonna do the cheese wedge, so we're gonna need to start with one of each of these colors. Now I like to put it out in front of me, especially when I start, because these GemDuos, and I'm gonna pick a couple up for you and show you. I'll just pick these 2 up. So they have a front and a back to them. So the front is sort of domed, and it's almost like have a line. Come on, focus on me. A line in the middle, and the back of it is nice and flat. So you always want to make sure that you're picking it up exactly the same way. So if you are just starting, I've been working with GemDuos for a long time, and I can eyeball it and sort of pick them up the right way from my pile because I'm used to them. But even then, I do make mistakes and pick them up the wrong way, and then I have to come back and undo my beading. So if you put it out in front of you in a line, all facing upwards, and you just know you're going through all like sort of the same hole, so the bottom hole from right to left here. Right, I'm going to, I think, hold on, let me just, I would like to zoom in a little bit more. That's it. It's changed my, that, so we can have a really nice and close view, and then I can add myself back to the corner. Why can I not make this? You used to be able to change the size of that, but never mind, I'll leave it just like that. So I'm going to take this all the way down on my thread. Just take a sip of my coffee because I can hear my voice is going. Oh, Joe, thank you so much for reminding me. So Joe just asked, these are stunning beads. Do we have a discount code for them, please? Yes, you have. So Simon has given us a discount code, and it is GEM, so J-E-M, no, G-E-M, sorry, G-E-M, G for gem, E for echo, and M for mother. So if you put any of the GemDuos in your basket, then you will be able to get a 10% discount on them on the website. Hold on, guys. Let me just pull this down a little bit. That's it. Every single time I come back, the setting changes in here. Right, I've taken all of my 6 beads around to the bottom, and I'm not going to knot my beginning and end together, because if you knot your beginning, your end together, you can really tighten up this very starter row. But what can happen that your pattern can buckle later on. So if we just go around the bottom, sort of the very, very inner row a couple of times, that will give us the advantage of a little bit of flexibility. Right, so I'm just gonna go through all of those beads. Camille saying you are getting so clever with this with this technical stuff. Camille, let me tell you a secret. Not really. I'm just sort of winging it as I go along and hoping for the best that it will work out. Sue's saying, I love these colors and really want to try resin. I have done resin years and years and years ago, but Sarah has lately been picking up resin and doing loads of different bits of pieces with it. So I think now so widely available. And when I did resin, I can't remember how many years ago it was, but years and years ago, it stunk the whole. I did it in the laundry room because I had like a window in the laundry room and like a table in front of it. So I did it there and stunk the resin stunk my laundry room out for a whole week. And that's why I sort of never really went back to it or never really done anything more with it. And now the resin in the last 10 years come in such a long way, and they obviously put different chemicals in it or doing it differently now, that it's they're really, really nice to work with. Right, so I have got my inner row. I'm gonna go around. I actually quite like those colors together, just like that. So I'm gonna go around just one more time to have a nice solid base here. And then we're going to turn around and start adding the beads. I tried to go to 3 beads at the same time, but I can't, so I just have to go through 1. Lucy's saying resin is something I want to try this year. So we will do a few resin projects. Where's this thread puff came from? Hold on. I think I got something twisted here. A better sort. When anything like that happens, I like to sort my thread puff out before I go, because otherwise you can always, that thread, I got a thread in the middle, will be always visible. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't know what's happening to my thread this morning. It's got twisted. Right, so pull all these 2. Sorry guys, sorry everyone, just 1 second. Let me just pull this through. Is that it? Or are we still twisted? Yes, you went through that one. I just get it to do that. Come on. There we go. And if I pull that tight now, yes, that's it. Whew, panic over. The next thing, love to try resin, but too expensive to try. So resin, the 1.5 liter one, which I've been, what Sarah's been saying for us to get, it's yes, in all to start with it can be expensive, but that 1.5 liter resin pack is gonna make you so much. So although like getting the bottle can be expensive, but you're gonna make so many projects with it that, especially if you sell your bits and pieces, it will make the money back quite quick, because it goes a long way. Right, I'm gonna have to take my jumper off because I shut the window now and I'm really hot. Annie saying, I have a starter resin kit I got off my daughter for Christmas. Can't wait to try it. I think, I thank heaven for YouTube. Oh, bless. I think resin is like, as I said, it came a long way since when it first came out. And it's just one of those things. But 1.5 liter resin will go. Heat resistant resin is the one we're gonna need, but Sarah's gonna get you all the links for next Saturday. Right, I think I'm around all the way now. I'm just going to go through this one, and then we're going to have to step up and turn around. And by stepping up, I mean we're going to step up in a row, because all these GemDuos have 2 holes. So we connected the inner holes, and now we're going to go out and connect the outer holes. So turn around. It's really simple. As we're coming out of this GemDuo here, let me push some of those colors out a little bit so it will focus better. There we go. So as we're coming out of the bottom, the hole, the inner hole of that GemDuo, quite simply, we're going to go through the same GemDuo. So we are going that way with our thread, and we're going to come back on ourselves, and that will change the direction of our thread. And it also made us jump up a row. Now I'm gonna start adding my next one. Now here, as you can see, you're gonna have to add 2 GemDuos at the same time. So one of those GemDuos is going to be, will have to be this color, and the next GemDuo is going to be the color next door to it, just like that. So because I want to follow that cheese wedge which I want to create. Now, if you're completely brand new to this, a good thing to do is sort of plan it out on your mat and put it down. And if you just sort of try it and put the GemDuos there, you're going to end up always with the right ways, but you'll see from your thread what way do you have to go through those GemDuos. So I'm just going to pick this one up and then go through the next GemDuo on my base and pull this up nice and tight. And that's it, our color is started to grow. Now I'm going to slightly turn it, and for the next one I need the color which is I'm coming out of, and the next color which is next door to it. So I'm going to pick up these 2 and go through the next GemDuo, and really it's really that easy, going all the way around, just making sure you're picking up the right color. So now I'm picking up this color 2, and then the color I'm coming out of, and then color 3, which is the one right in front of me. Come on, that's it. 1, 2, and then go through the next one. Patricia is saying, I just love these coasters, Kitty. I really love them too. I think they're gonna look really nice in the lounge. I had coasters before, but actually I don't know what happened with the last batch. They sort of go missing. I think the sofa must be eating them, or something must be happening, because you know, as you end up like you start up with 4 coasters and 6 months later we only got 2. So I don't know where they disappear. So I'm just going to keep adding all the way around, always picking up the color I'm coming out of, and the next GemDuo is the color which is in front of me. And I'm going to be back at the beginning just in a sec. What's going on with my thread today? Come on, untwist. That's it. And then the last color. Now I'm gonna have to go to the last GemDuo. So this is what to finish off this circle, and then I need to turn around. So to turn around, I'm gonna go along through the next GemDuo, which is this was the first one we picked up, and then come back on myself by going through the same GemDuo but through the other hole. That's it. So that looks, I think that looks really good already. And now we're gonna fill the colors again. So now we're gonna go backwards because we are always turning the direction. So we traveled up on our colors and now we turn the direction again. So we're gonna travel back down the colors as well. So first, and actually here now you can see we got a smaller gap and we got a larger gap. So when we get to the larger gap, we add 2 GemDuos. When we get to the smaller gap, we only add 1 GemDuo. So here I need this, my 6th color, this lovely blue, although the name of this color is Quetzal. This is the one I couldn't say, green. That's like that. And when I'm adding 2, I'm adding the color which I'm coming out from, and I'm picking up the next color which is in front of me and going through that one and keep going around. I'm gonna untwist my thread here. Maybe that's what's the problem. Sometimes you find, and is it gonna spin? Yes, it's gonna spin. So can you see that it's spinning around? That is because the way how the thread comes off the bobbin sometimes is twisted. So just take your index finger and your thumb. Well, the nail on your thumb is just sort of pull the thread between it, and that will untwist your thread all the way down. And I think we're good now. That's it. And hopefully, because we did that, you're not going to have more problems. So here I need to add just 1, so I'm just going to add the color I'm in. Then the next one I need to add 2. So I use, there are no corners here obviously because of the shape here, but when we're adding 2, I often refer to that place as the corners, because that never changes as you go along and you're getting bigger. You're always going to have to add the 2 GemDuos in the same place, and where you're adding the 2 GemDuos, that is what makes your shape one bigger as you step up. Now, because of that, in every row is 6 GemDuo more than the row before. Paula is given put up the link. Thank you so much, lovely. For the GemDuos. Don't forget you get 10% off the GemDuos today. To make a couple of coasters, you need 6 bags of GemDuos. But it's going to be a really special one in your house, really special sort of decoration. But it's not really decoration, it's more like a functional feature because you're going to be using them as coasters. And I love things like that because they're like the little detail in your home, but makes it really you. You can really put your personality in there. And yes, of course, well, at the moment we can't go out and can't shop anywhere, but we can buy sort of ready-made stuffs. But I think when you make something, it's always a little bit more. I don't know what's going on with my thread today. When you make it yourself, it's always a little bit more precious and special. And there we go. And pull this all the way. I'm almost done with this row again, and I'm ready to step up. So now I need this color I'm coming out of, and the next color, and going through the one I need to go through to finish my pattern. And in the same sort of stitch, I'm going to go through the next one as well. So I'm ready to turn around and pull this up nice and tight. I think that's already looking really, really good. I'm really, really pleased with it. So I'm going to turn around. I do like to flip-flop my work, so I always stitch in the same direction, which is away from myself. So I'm going to turn it around, and as I'm coming out of that GemDuo, I'm going to come through the same one, but one up, one row up, and now I'm going to run around and add them here. So because I'm just in that, again, if you're not sure which hole you have to go through of the GemDuo, then the link is saying page not available. Did you do a search on the website, or did you go in there? I can't. Simon went into the warehouse. They're working today, just to sort of catching up on orders and doing all a little bit of tidying up. So I can't pop the link up, but I did put the link up in the top in the description. Can you please try that if that works? Let me know, and then we can. Going the wrong way, aren't I? I need this color. So I'm doing the same thing again, going back on myself, adding my colors. Let's get 3 of these here. So now you can see I have to add 2 times a single one, and then my corner one, which is not really a corner, but where we add the double ones. And going around, I just love the texture as well, what you create with this, that it's really nice. And more of this lovely gold one. Did the link, but the GemDuo is not there. I have to have a look. I grabbed the link from the website before we went live, and that's, unless if I pressed the wrong button. That's the one that's not working. I posted another link. Paula is saying. So do go and have a look. Lucy's saying happy birthday, Jen. It's Jen's birthday today. The link at the top, see more work. So when you go at the top, sometimes you can't always see all the words, especially if you added a longer description to the video. Then you have to click on, there's a little sort of button saying see more. It doesn't look like a button, it's just a highlighted words. Samantha saying I have just I arrived late and new to Creation Station. Can I watch later? Didn't see you start. Right, so Creation Station was I was doing it for myself on my channel, and I moved it back to Totally Beads on every Saturday morning is going to be, as we are trying to give you at 10 a.m. again in Totally Beads every morning, just to sort of get you through this period, this current situation, what we are in again. And Creation Station is something when we do sort of things together. This project is sort of stayed over with me from last year. I'm making a coaster, or we will be making a coaster. We're stitching beads together. So I love doing home deco with beads when you can do all sorts of different weird and wonderful things. I'm just going to show you this. So this is the piece what we started with. We blended the colors differently here because we changed the colors row by row as we're going up, and today we decided we're going to do a cheese wedge, blending the colors in there. So you sew your GemDuos on row by row, and we're going to pour the resin over it next weekend. Sarah is getting us well, I'm not saying getting us, trying to get us a discount code. from her favorite resin place, and we will give you all the links for everything next weekend for the resin. So today we're concentrating on making the pieces to go in. I got 4. I need to make, we'll have to make another one up during the week. I got 4 different 4 separate molds here, so I'm gonna have to, because when I pour it, you want to pour like all 4 of them together. So we're gonna be doing that next week. I can't wait. And I'm almost done with this row, and then I'm going to be moving over to the next one. Now, what I haven't mentioned yet is that when you're working with GemDuos or any duo beads where you got 2 holes, and as your rows are getting bigger, I like to check, and even at the beginning as well, I like to check before I stitch them through. I sort of just turn it towards me and look through the other hole, and just to see if that's nice and clear, because you do get maybe 1 bead in 500, which where the other hole will be blocked. So I'm just closing that gap, that last, so this row is ready as well, and I'm ready to step up. So I'm gonna go along the next GemDuo, and then, hold on, let's turn it. Go along the next GemDuo, and then I'm gonna come back to the same GemDuo, but to the other hole. Just pull this up nice and tight. And coming through, and I'm ready to add another row, and I'm just going to carry on and adding the rows one by one all the way along to make the size what I need. So you could use other beads as well. You could use super duos if you like, if you got loads of super duos at home. Shall we, I know it's 10 to 11, shall we have a little go with super duos as well? And then if you do have super duos at home, then you could try that one as well. I think I would, with super duos, I would start with 12 beads. Not 6, because 6 is going to be too small. I might be able to get away with 6. Shall I grab some super duos? Do let me know. And shall I grab some super duos and just have a little go, just a starting off point with them, to see if how they would work, if they would work in the same way as well. I think they would. It's all sorts of different things you can do. I love 2-hole beads, because there's so many different things you can do with them. Make sure you do keep a tight tension with this one, although you don't have to be super tight, but you don't need to go and reinforce it. Oh yes, please. Camille's saying, Joe's saying yes. Camille's saying yes. Paula is saying yes. Oh, Joe's saying I have loads of super duos. It would be nice if the cheese quarters move 1 line of color each quarter. That would be good as well. That would look really good as well, sort of. Or we could, if we just moved 1 bead, and then you would get like a little bit of a spiral effect. That would look really good as well. So you would start the 1 bead there, and the next 2 would be there, and then the 3 would be there, and then a 4 would be here. That's another idea. We're gonna have to try that. So I'm gonna have to, Diane, I'm going to have to draw out the template for you so you can color it in and do all sorts of different things. I think that would look really good. I'll do that after the live, and then I can pop it up. I can link it. How can I can put it up as a JPEG, I think, in Facebook, or I can actually put the PDF into the group. I think into the handmade group, because you can upload PDFs there. Right, let me just grab, just pop this to the side. Let's go to this bead. I'm going to pop this to the side because I'm going to have to finish this afternoon. And I'm going to grab some super duos, and we're going to have a little look how they're going to sit. Right, super duos. I probably want very bad the colors so much just now. So I'm just gonna grab whatever is the nearest. I got quite a few little boxes here. So because we did, let's do, if we just do a purple, first the purples. I love purples. Maybe they're too close. That one. And blues I got. Oh, that one's quite nice as well. And that. Right, I'm just grabbing the purples. Ooh, that's a really nice big purple as well. Right, there we go. Just grab a purple piece of thread as well. I moved everything around here, but I still need to sort of move things to where I need it so I can just grab them. Right, let's thread a needle up and let's have a look. I love this color, this purple. Such a pretty, pretty color. Grab a thread it quickly. Look at that, you went through for the first try. Sarah's saying, I found the crystal AB color. Love the idea of those adding alcohol inks in the resin. Yes, you could do that as well. What a great idea. So you could make your shapes out of crystal AB or crystal color and then add the color in the resin as well. That would look really good as well. Nearly matches my nails. Camille is saying yes, yes it is. It's I don't know when I have to. Janie's saying your nails complement the beads. I have to say purple was one of the colors which I used to probably hate. Is not the right. It's a bit of a too strong word, but I wasn't so fond of purple when I was younger, I have to say, and now I love purple. Just one of those things. Oh look, my needle is bent a bit, but we're not gonna care about that. Right, so we're gonna start off with these, and I'm not gonna start off with. Let's see. Let's do a little 6 and see how big, because whenever you design a shape like this and you're doing a new beads, again, I'm not going to knot it together because I want that little bit of flexibility in the middle. You just have to sit down and try the beads themselves. You just have to have a little play with them. There is no other way to sort of work things out but to have a little play with them. I mean, you could start with any number, but we need to end up, because of the shape what we're trying to create, with the 6 sides. So we need to either start with 6 or we need to start with 12, because at the end, otherwise if you have a round and we don't really care about it that much, but we got these sides to really keep to. So I'm going to start with 6 and see how we go. Might have to start with 12. We see. So I haven't knotted the beginning and the end together again to have the little bit of flexibility in the middle. And before I will, at the very end, before I sew off the tail, I will just really pull on the tail so it tightens the middle up. Right, so I'm going to turn my needle around by going through the same bead but through the other hole and just pop it down on the mat for a sec. I think it needs 2 in the hole. Yes, so I'm gonna pick up 2. So far we're doing the same numbers what we did for the GemDuos. Now with the Super Duos, the great thing about is that it doesn't have to be, there is no front or back to the bead. You are picking up exactly, you can pick them up in any way because they will turn around. There's no front or back to them. Well, let's just get around and we see it's all about proportions as well. That sometimes you can have, you can be just like 1/2 millimeter bigger or 1/2 millimeter smaller. You can be, I think it's gonna work. I haven't tried it with Super Duos, so we are doing it together. Shall I change the color after this row? I think because they are smaller, you're gonna need a couple of rows of least of one color, unless if you're doing the cheese wedge. But I think, shall I change the color after this row? So I'm just going through the last bead on my row and the first bead I added to step up. Shall we change it darker or shall we change it light? No, we can't really go much lighter. I've got darker beads. And I'm going to come back through the same GemDuo, but through the other hole. I don't know what's going on with my threads this morning. And pull this to yes. Paula is saying yes. Anybody else? Shall we change the color? Right, so I'm going to pop these to the side and we're going to change the color so we can really see it. I've got another 2 purples, so let's go with this one, and then we got one more shade, even darker shade to go into if we need to. Oh, every pink and purple goes well as well, Camille is saying. I just grabbed all the purple ones out of the box. This one is metallic suede purple, and the first one we used is satin metallic lavender. Very, very lovely color. And this is metallic suede purple. I like these suede colors because they're shiny, but they're not too shiny. Oh, come on, I just made a pig's ear out of it. I just sort of tried to tear the bag. There is my scissors. I just wanted to do it really quickly. There we go. So I'm going to do a couple of rows in this color as well, and then we'll see how we go. So now I think we're going to have to do, and that feels quite nice and flat as well. Oh, Brenda was saying yes, yes, new color. Susan saying, Jean saying yes, I think so. Bella is saying yes. Joey's saying yes. Purple is my favorite color. Paula saying yes, I love purple as well. And in fact, I had a day like this with my thread yesterday. Jenny's saying, I don't know, sometimes they just come around. Lauren is asking, Kitty, could you make a separate little flower and then just sit them into the mold, fitting them together like a puzzle or a pattern or flowers with a resin around? I think you could, absolutely could, because I was talking about the pouring the resin with Sarah the other day. And obviously this shows you that she is so good, and she was explaining to me that you don't just need the resin on one side, you're going to need the resin on both sides. So I said, oh, so shall I just put my shapes in and pour the resin over it? She said, no, you can't do that, because on the other side, where the bead is in contact with the mold itself, you're not going to get the resin underneath it. You only got tiny little gaps, and the resin has to work really hard to go into those little gaps. So she said we have to fill it with resin to a point, put our shape in it, and then fill it more with resin. So the resin will come from both sides, closing in our pattern. But you could absolutely do some little shapes and just sort of dot them around. You could do a lot of different things with it, and like if you just make little flower shapes like this, which doesn't take, so it was 6 plus, it was 18 mini duos, and you can do it with no 18 super duos, sorry, not mini duos, and then you could do it with GemDuos as well. You could do loads of and leftovers. That's all. That's why I love sort of trying to get at. You could use leftovers because you have 18 beads left over from a project most of the time. So now I'm gonna go around and fill my gaps. So again, the same here, what we did with the GemDuo, that you have where you add one bead, and then you got a larger gap where you add two beads, and then you got a smaller gap again where you add just one bead. But we're gonna do that all the way around again. Just move this to, I always do this, I always pour the beads on this side, and I'm trying to go over my hand to pick them up. So I'm adding one. Lucy's saying she likes that. Yes, Lorna is saying yes, that's what she was saying. Love this to see the begin later, beautiful purple. Oh, bless you. It looks pretty. I want to play, Joey's saying. I think it's just one of those things that there's so many different things you can do, and I love sort of crossing different crafts together and doing things, because you can really do truly unique stuff, and doing two different, binding together two different techniques, you can get really good results out of it. Let's get this tail out of the way. So I'm going to run around, and as you can see, that six-sided shape is already started to happen. So I got sort of a side there and a side there, and I'm going to go around. It's going to, and it's still really nice and flat. So actually I'm going to go and say that I might even like, or I'm not going to say I like it more, I like these just as equally. So I'm going to have another play with these later on, and perhaps make one of the mold. I love this purple. I need to go through my colors a bit more and maybe see if I have the same colors in the super duos what I have in the GemDuos, and then that would look even more cool. But I love two-hole beads because they bind your beading together nicely. Lorna is asking, would resin effect the miracle beads shine? I'm not really sure. I do know the resin does changes the look of things. So we are actually gonna try, what we do, I got another shape as well. I got a square shape, what I got. So I got four, and I've got five of the hexagons, and I got these shapes as well. So what I do, I'll bring some miracle beads and other bits of pieces home for next week, and we can just do a couple of tester pieces where we can put like all sorts of different bits of pieces in there, and then pour the resin. Oh, I just had an idea. How about all those little tryouts, or I don't know if you do color swatches. I do color swatches when I do my beadwork. That could be put into the resin as well, sort of fill it up with loads of different bits of pieces. But we do a little tester next week. I'll bring loads of different beads home, and then we do a little tester, and then we will pour the resin over it, and we see which one's going to come up better than other. Because I think as the resin goes around it's how the light goes through it, and sometimes it creates an illusion that sort of the light goes around the object and or whatever you put in the resin, and that object disappears. So I think it will be a really good one to see what how is it all gonna look. So I'll bring home quite a few bits because I think I would like to try those resin crystals we have as well in the warehouse, what we use with the mesh. But I'm just afraid because that's made of resin as well that perhaps they're gonna disappear in the resin itself, but we will try it. I'll bring home quite a few stuff and then we will, I think I'm gonna have to move maybe to the kitchen so I don't pour it here on the new carpet. I think if I would drop it in the carpet, the new carpet, Simon would kill me and bury me in the garden with the resin. But I might have to do it in the kitchen, or I just might have to put down a big mat because you know me, I will, if I knock something over, just have as much protection. So resin doesn't stick to plastic, but it sticks to everything else. Joe is saying, I don't think so. It makes glitter more glittery, but it does dull crystals. So yes, we'll have a little play next week and we will see what we can put in there. And I think, you know, so certain things going to be better than others. So I'm just keep going around and then we can change the color again after this. Joyce saying, get yourself a large silicone mat. So I was looking at the silicone mats as well the other day. I have got about 2 or 3 smaller cutting mats, and I have got a really large cutting mat as well, which would cover the whole of our dining table. So maybe I need to get that one out. It's sort of like it's a clear mat. Oh no, it's 1 and then I'm adding 2. So you have, with the GemDuos, you were able to see it much easier where do you have to add 1 and where you have to add 2. With the Super Duos, you need to pay more attention where you're adding the 2 and where you're adding the 1 because they do sort of move about a little bit. IKEA do a huge plastic mat. So we have got plastic mats for Simon has like a swivel chair with and we have like plastic mats underneath there. I just run to the garage and bring in, we got tarpaulin in the garage. I could just put that down over the carpet, I guess. It's always better to be safe than sorry when you do crafting, and especially doing messy crafting. Definitely need to. Yeah, I think I could do. I got a new piece as well, which was in the car, so I could put that down over the carpet just in case. And the table doesn't really that much matter. I could just put a mat on the table. Right, I'm just going through the last one and I'm ready to step up. And I think I'm going to change the color again to a darker one, but this one is working out quite nicely as well. So I'm going to put this on the side. I'm going to put this on my tray as well. It's slightly a little bit buckling for me, but I think that's because I'm pulling it too tight. My tension is too tight. Joe's saying it's tough to remove from glass. Yes, so resin sticks to everything apart from plastic. This one is for tabletop. I have one as well. Paul is saying, loving those colors. I have a glass cutting mat. Would it stick to that? Yes, it would stick to glass. Oh, bless you, Alison. Alison is saying, in South Africa, we are in COVID-19 lockdown again. Can't even go to our beaches. Total beads is a huge blessing. Even if cannot buy your beads here, I can still find materials to work with. Many happy hours of creating. Oh, bless you, love. You do ship internationally, so do ship to South Africa as well if you do need something. But just to make along with us, and that's why we are here with you every morning at 10 a.m. just to sort of give you inspiration and do things together. Oh, Lucy's saying that's put me off resin. I don't like messy stuff. OCD doesn't cope with it. No, it doesn't. So I'm probably exactly the same as you, Lucy. And I do sort of shy away from things. But then I do like, I love pottery, and that's sort of completely messy with your hands in the, so I don't know. I think it's just one of the, we just have to try it. I think it's maybe not messy stuff. It's maybe the unknown stuff, what you haven't done before, and just need a little bit more encouragement. So you need to start somewhere to do it. Couldn't find the mold on your website. So Margaret's saying the mold is not from us. I got these ones from Amazon, and I'm gonna get you the link next weekend and put it. We're gonna give you all the links for the resin, for the mold, everything what you need for it. We're gonna give you the links as well. They weren't expensive. I think there was maybe a tenner for 4. They were quite cheap, and I wanted to buy 4 together so I can make 4 pieces and then pour the resin into 4 molds as well. Right, I'm gonna come. I think that's gonna work out. I'm gonna change to another color, a darker color, and go. What we need to do next is, I'm not gonna do it today because we're running out of time. But what we need to do next is do netting with seed bead, perhaps. Like a mandala pattern, and that would look really nice in a round one. So perhaps I'll have a little think about that one and have a little play. But I'm gonna finish this one, and I'm gonna later on this afternoon, and I'm gonna finish, where did I put it? I'm gonna finish my cheese wedge, and that will be my that will be enough for me pouring next week, because obviously I got these 2 as well. And that will be great. I do love this one. I love this one as well. Right, let me just go back to the main screen. There we go. And he's saying, yes, we are in lockdown as well. So I agree with you. That is a blessing having this daily broadcast from Kitty. It gives me something to look forward to when I wake up in the morning. Oh, bless you, lovely. As long as you come and be with us, we will turn up and put a little show or put a little techniques, or we'll do loads of different. I had a really good meeting with the 2 Sarahs the other week, and we put loads of different things down on paper, what we want to do. Oh, Joy's saying, make sure you wear vinyl gloves also. My top tip for cleaning up is to use 99% IPA. That's really good. So actually, we all, like Jo, she's already worked with resin before. So we got quite a few of you that you are already mastered how to work with resin. Helen is asking, are you and Margaret related? I'm not sure what question is that for, but I'm not. I don't know who it is for. It's just the smell I would worry about, as it's not good for my asthma. Will make me cough. Right, so Camille, that's why I was saying that when I first did stuff with resin, the smell was really, really bad. Apparently this one, but I haven't, I got some already, but I haven't tried it. This one, but Sarah, there is no smell to this one. So, but we will go all through it next week. Alison is saying they're fabulous. Right, Lorna is asking, sorry to be thick, what is IPA, please? Oh, Lorna, don't ever feel like that. Like, you know, I always say, oh, it makes me feel silly. But to be honest, like in one area, you can't, like the easiest thing, I don't know. And in our other areas, you will know so much more things. So don't ever feel silly to ask even the easiest question. So Jo stepped in and answered it for you straight away. Is isopropyl alcohol. So that's like sort of gets things off. I think in I have to have a look, but in builders merchant shops as well, which they should be still open, or you can get them over the internet as well. You can get wipes as well, which is soaked into that one, and then that's really easy to clean up. Jean is saying we'll have to watch Joe tomorrow on catch up as I am having my vaccination and running. Oh, that's good, Jean. I think like Simon put in this website what he found. Modern hobby resin doesn't smell, Joe saying. So yes, that's the one. But I'm gonna give you all the links as well next week with Sarah. That's so good. Simon put me and him in this website. We went through like, you know, when am I likely to get my vaccination? So apparently his one is like this summer and I'm like March next year. So long time I will have to wait, but never mind. Right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today. I'm going to carry on and I'm going to finish these ones. And then next week, we're going to pour the resin. I'm going to get all the links for you next week and I'm going to post it to where to get the shapes. There is different ones as well. There is different sizes and I'm going to give you exactly the links, exactly the ones I have. And as well, Sarah is sorting us out with the resin because she's got a discount code with that company, so we might as well use it. But we just had to email, we're just waiting for the email to come back. Oh, Sarah saying I use an oven liner from a pan shop to work on. Yeah, there's all sorts of different things what you can do and you can work with. And this is what I love, that you don't have to have the most expensive sort of things in your house because there's always something where you can grab and substitute things as well. So tomorrow it's going to be me and the lovely Jo here showing you all her lovely makes. I think it's going to be quite a few of the miracle beads. Do you? Love miracle beads. I'm cannot wait. I think it's going to be a really, really good one. Right, everybody, have a lovely day. The sun is still shining, so I'm going to go and wrap up very warm and I'm going to go for a lovely walk. Just to sort of clear the cobwebs. Venture down to the sea, so I might see you, Bernie, later on down on the seafront. Oh, Bernie's loving making mess. Yes, so I think the mess is not the problem. It's cleaning up after the mess, which is the problem. Everybody loves making mess. Susan is saying, love these, but not sure about the resin. Thank you for an interesting creation station. So I'll have a look. I have a word with Sarah that if we can find something else, where we don't have to put it in resin. I know we were talking with one of the bead clubs. So a long time ago, when I did beading, I did mandalas, and we put them in Johnson's 4 polish because that's sort of stiffens your beadwork, and then you can make a coaster that way as well. But have a little look this week, and I'll let you know. Right, thank you everybody. Have a lovely day and I will see you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with Jo and have a lovely Saturday. Keep on beading, keep on crafting.